What's up, guys? Welcome back to the That's So Dev podcast. My name is Dev. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate you. You're iconic. Truly. Y'all, you know we got some tea to get into, right? But before we get into this tea, make sure you go ahead and follow me at That's So Dev on Twitter, Instagram, and literally everywhere else. I appreciate you. Now, let's have a chat, right? Because I finished Outer Bank the day it came out. Well, I should say the night it came out. Actually, no, I'm lying. Wait, am I? No, I'm not. I finished it the day it came out. I started watching half the season when it came out here at midnight, and then I finished the rest later that day. And I'm so thankful that I didn't come across any spoilers on social media, which is crazy because I usually have to beat y'all to the punch because if I don't, Twitter gonna have that shit all over. And if you like anything, let's say I like some random Outer Banks post, right? Now it's going to show me all things Outer Banks, and I'm most likely going to run across a spoiler because the algorithm sees, oh, you like this? Let me show you everything concerning it, even if it's a hate tweet. Anyway, I know I had to get that out, bitch, but that's annoying. Anywho, so obviously I finished the season, and well, why did I do that? I kind of regret it. I wish I could go back and rewatch it again, actually, for the first time. And I don't know what to fucking say. I don't. And I've been trying to figure out what to say for days. And I think I made this podcast because I don't know what to say. And I think about when was the last time a TV show killed off a main character and it impacted me this way. And I had to sit and I had to think of all my favorite TV shows. Who was the last TV show to really kill someone off like this? And it was impactful in the emotions of it, impacted me for days. And all I could think about was Grey's Anatomy. I couldn't think of any TV show that I felt like that. All I can think about is, McDreamy dying. There's no, I can't. And when I sit here and I think about them killing this man off, I just get so sad. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a character. This person isn't real. But it has impacted me so much. I just be, going throughout my days and I just may have a moment of Outer Banks and I think about JJ and I'm like, damn, he really went out like that. This season was such a good season to me. And to me, it's the best season. It's the absolute best season. It's the season where consequence is a thing. There are consequences to actions made this season. And it's not that there haven't been consequences before. But let's be real. We all knew that those consequences weren't going to result in real things. We knew that John B wasn't actually going to be killed. We knew that Sarah wasn't going to die. We knew Pope wasn't going to die. We knew death wasn't an option. We knew that. We were sure of that. But something about this season from the very, very jump, from the second that it started, I felt a heaviness. I felt the heaviness, and I knew once this season started, somebody wasn't making it out alive. Several reasons why I thought that, besides the fact of just the tone. The season started off with a darkness in the lighting, a darkness in the sound. I mean, look, we have to give it up for Rudy. This was JJ's season, and JJ, the character, went out with an entire bang. From the very jump, JJ annoyed the fuck out of me this whole season. It started off at that auction That's when I was really like, are you fucking dumb? First of all, wasted almost all of your money on a home that A, wasn't worth it, B, the sale ended up invalid. Come on. And now you dead and they ain't got nothing, not even a fucking crown. Ain't that some shit? You know, and here's what I do gotta say. I feel like the writers have done a phenomenal job. They've done a phenomenal job in leading up to this point. Because it doesn't feel like Outer Banks just randomly got dark and killed somebody off. They've been building for season after season up until this point. I feel like we've continuously watched more important people die. And we've just watched how their journey has gotten more dangerous with every step. If anybody was going to go, it was going to be JJ. And it had to be. I know a lot of people do not agree with his passing, but I feel like the writers did a good job. I feel like the writers did their job. It made sense. The way he went out was so incredibly heartbreaking. Like, damn, I mean, when you really think about it, his one weakness has been the one thing he's never had, which has been family. And that weakness got him killed. It's so crazy to me. I just kept thinking over and over, like, look, I knew by the time that we got to the 6th episode, when the whole riot went down, whoa. I knew. I think in my head, I already knew that JJ was going. Because there was no coming back from the stuff that he was doing. This season was a progression of just watching JJ spiral from start to finish. Each episode, you watch that spiral get deeper and deeper and deeper. The moment when John B and JJ are on the boat and they're having this conversation, and JJ is like, well, you're gonna screw up this kid like my old man screwed me up. Like, when John B grabbed him by the shirt and JJ is just sitting there laughing in the moment, I feel like that to a T has been JJ this season. That screams what kind of season it is for him. And what beautiful acting. Let's talk about it. The acting is always top tier. But after episode 5, something switches with Rudy. And the acting is just so heightened. I mean, not even only the acting. When he goes on that street to really bust those windows in the cars, and the camera work. The camera work for that scene was phenomenal. I mean, the way that they shot this season, generally speaking, was just something about it was different and concise, and just the precision of it. The way that the camera got to JJ in the lower left while he's bashing in the window, and the bat swinging through the right side of the camera, and you see the glass as the camera turns and hits the glass. Like, it's just amazing how the camera is focused on JJ lighting the lighter, and then the camera moves on down to the flames with the trash can. It's just so well done. It's phenomenally done. This season was shot so well. The acting was so fucking well done. I mean, give them their 10s. This cast is everything. It's everything. This season made me rewatch the entire series. It made me want to... No, it made me want more. That's really what I'm saying. And that's the reality of it. And that's also the reality of the situation the writers created. Like, everyone said, I wish we had more moments with the core four. I wish we had more moments. And that's just such a reality of things. You wish you had more moments. That's such a real thing. You wish you had more moments, but life doesn't. That's not how life works all the time, baby. And look, while we're talking about reality, right? Hold that fucking thought. Because I have to bring this shit up. And it made me crack the fuck up when I see it. Look, Pope tackling that police officer is so not reality. It's not reality. I'm sorry. No black man is doing that shit. Especially for somebody that they have been warning all fucking season. I've been warning you all this motherfucking time. And now you got the police pointing guns at you out this motherfucking house while you on the inside, and you think I'm gonna tackle one police officer, girl? You no, they was not about to fucking shoot JJ. They did not have a clear shot on him. So you tackled him for nothing. I know that. I know y'all brothers down, but there was no reason for Pope to go ahead and even do that. It logically didn't make sense. And I just couldn't imagine. I know what the Pope that we've been seeing over the last couple of seasons. I don't think that Pope would do that. And look, obviously, Pope killed somebody this season. We wouldn't think that Pope would have done that. We're seeing a shift in Pope's character this season, which is totally fine. And look, I don't know if y'all remember when the roles were reversed a couple seasons back. When it was Pope that was in trouble, JJ really stepped up to help Pope. So it was just this kind of nice full circle moment that I was able to appreciate, even though I was like, a black man's not going to tackle no fucking police officer for no white boy that he's fucking told a billion times not to do X, Y, and Z. Be fucking for real. But fine, we live inside of a TV show. It's fine. I get the full circle moment, and I can take that as it is. Okay? Anywho, I had to address that because it was like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. And, for the longest time, I was kind of like, when JJ went to go visit his dad, I was just kind of like, okay, what didn't JJ hear from his dad? What did he have to tell him? I'm not talking about Groff. I'm talking about the other one. Fuck Groff. Absolutely. What didn't he have to tell him? And then after watching it a few times, I was like, oh, was he going to tell JJ about the shit that went down in the courthouse? That's what I think he was going to tell him. And he didn't get a chance to because JJ ran away. Otherwise, JJ would have known. There are a lot of variables that happen this season. And this is what I mean by actions have consequences, right? So for some reason, nobody went with JJ to go with Groff, which doesn't make any sense. Everybody was supposed to go together, but everybody decided to split off. And JJ was like, this is a horrible fucking decision. We shouldn't split the fuck up. And they never should have in the first place. But John B. and Sarah went to go get married just for the courthouse to be closed. And now they have to go find JJ because Groff has just tried to kill JJ. And he has planted a gun in y'all's van. Like, everything went so fucking south because everybody decided to split up. And the consequences of that was JJ almost got killed. Well, look. JJ almost got killed. Groff got the scroll. There's so many things that happened because they split up. If one of those variables had changed, things could have been way different. Why was Kiara staying back? Why didn't she go with JJ? It doesn't make any sense to me. And look, I know everybody has the whole thing about them and their relationship personally. I don't care about their personal relationship. I'm not here to discuss it or anything because that is their business. But I felt no love between JJ and Kiara. I felt individual emotions from characters, but I felt no connection between them. So, look. Look. I don't think I could have taken another season of having no connection between them. So I'm not happy JJ is dead. I'm just saying that I don't have to witness a couple that has no emotion. I'm just saying we have John B and Sarah who are serving us everything emotionally through and through, even though they broke up personally. So I don't know what went down with them, but I was not feeling it. And I can tell that everybody else was not as well. Anywho, girl, I look, this season was so heavy, you know? And again, we started with the episode of the courthouse. That set the tone for the rest of the season. It really, really did. And then at the courthouse, we see Sarah see this little girl at the courthouse. I was like, oh, yep, she's pregnant. There were too many signs. There were way too many signs. And then we have the next episode. They have to go get JJ after Groff tried to kill him and threw him off the boat. Everybody want to throw everybody off a fucking boat, apparently. But they find JJ after Groff threw him off the boat. JJ is cut in his stomach, and storm's coming in now. JJ's drunk as hell because his dad just tried to kill him, and he's spiraling. And oh my goodness, there was just so much stress happening. But I think one of the gold star moments of this season was Rafe really coming in. When Rafe came in, he got the boat for them after it didn't work out for them to steal another boat, which, why would they do that in the daylight? Everybody's there. I know they're running out of options, but that was the least smartest thing y'all could have done. And it's so interesting because I feel like prior seasons, they probably would have done a better job about that. But maybe they just didn't have time and too many things were at stake here. I don't fucking know. But anywho, they come across, Rafe, who now has a boat to help them get there. And now they've come to a head with Shu. And he has to make a decision because now it's your election year. And Rafe is like, they want you out of here. You want to win to really secure your spot? I can help them get there. But if you lock them up, we can't do shit. Nobody wins here. So he lets them go, which I think that was an awesome thing for Shu to do. But once he found out that JJ has died after he allowed them to go anyway, when he had them caught, he's going to feel something about that shit because JJ would have been 10 times safer in a cell. And that's very unfortunate because the point of them saying the law won't work it out is simply because John B was like, how well did that work out for me? John B was about to be killed by the law. In this case, JJ would have been protected by it, and that fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. The theme in this season, there are consequences to every action taken. Pay attention. Pay attention. I promise you. Groff let them go, JJ get killed. The group decides to split off, JJ almost gets killed. JJ leaves Groff inside that hole, Groff kills JJ. There are consequences to every single thing in this season. If you rewatch them and you notice the consequences and how there are several different variables that would have made the outcome so differently, it sucks even more when you actually process that because it's like, damn, even one little thing right here would have changed the course of that shit, but you can't go back and change it. And that is reality. There's no one I can't stand more in this show. I've never hated anybody in this show. Look, I hated Ward. I did. I hated him. But Groff? Oh, he got him beat. And they kind of look like twins, too. Unironically. I'm just saying. Look. You can't trust the damn thing out that man's mouth. Nothing. You can't trust a near intention, a near thought, a near blink. You can't trust shit. Nothing. Because he had no reason to kill JJ. He had no reason to betray them. He could have easily gotten more than enough money that he needed by doing this with them and stayed safe. But you killed your own son because he left you in a hole in which he threw you water. Rafe pulled you in and you didn't even kill him, but you killed your son because he left you there, even though he gave you water. Rafe ain't even give your ass water. I could not believe that. It was such a heartbreaking scene to see him kill JJ. He didn't just stab him. He stabbed him, and he stabbed him in deep to where he caught organs. He wanted him dead, and he wanted to make sure he was dead. But what he doesn't know is those kids are going to come after him. And here are my thoughts for next season, right? If they don't go, and I don't want no redemption sort of arc. I don't want no we're better than that, blah 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 blah. Because we watched John B not shoot the man that killed Cleo's, who was a father to him, Terrence. He killed him and tried to kill Cleo several times, but John B couldn't shoot the man because John B didn't want to be like his dad. But John B is thinking about the moment where his father shot and killed somebody in front of him who was going to kill John B. So it's kind of like these things aren't always black and white. And we've watched all of their journeys with that, including Pope, which is why we come to that moment where he does kill that man for Cleo. I don't want any, we're better than this next season. You end with a very dark revenge from Key. So next season, I need it to be dark. I need it to be revengeful. If you're going to do a part A and part B, part A, they need to go after Groff. I don't want Groff returning home. They need to kill Groff. And they need to do it where it's hard for me to watch. No shade. No shade. They need to kill that man. And I need to see them do that. I don't know what they have planned because they talked about, it's going to start off being revengeful and then they're going to turn to OBX and all of that stuff. Like, this show last fucking season. I don't want to see no goddamn white flag. That man killed JJ and I need to see them get their revenge. End of discussion. Ain't no returning home for him. Shu gonna have to deal. And if I see that, I'm gonna be pissed off. Oh, we didn't kill Groff. We just tied him up and taped his mouth shut and we rolled the boat back home and gave him the shoe. And, now we're going to honor JJ's name. Hell no. I don't want to see that shit. No. Them motherfuckers need to end him. And I'm looking forward to seeing that. Because you're not going to end the season off by killing No. We've broken Pandora's box. Pope killed somebody. Game's over. Pope kills somebody. JJ gets killed. Well, it is time for revenge. And I need to see all of it in the biggest way possible. Overall, what a fantastic season. I had so much fun watching this season. It's my favorite season. It's so fun. I think what I disliked the most is it was not seeing all of them together. But I think the moments that we got with all of them together were so quality and so meaningful because of what the end was going to be. How sad. I still feel that man's death today, and he's only a character. So if that's you too, I get you. That's really all I have to say, Just want to come on here and have a chat with you guys about the Outer Banks final season and also this current season. You know, my thoughts on where it's going to go next and my thoughts on what they did now. I think that they did a wonderful job. Look, I think that John B and Sarah, they haven't been the main focus of the season, which is perfect. I don't think they've been a main focus, but I think that they've moved their relationship further along rather than it being stagnant and it not being all about them, but them still being a key part to the series. I feel like everybody had screen time so equally in regards to what I call the core six. I don't care about the core four, no shade. And the reason why I don't care about the core four is because I enjoy the six of them so much. The six of them have everything that I want to see out of a cast all around, representation all the way through. I just look at Cleo's entrance into the series. I rewatched the second season and how seamless it was for her to just be included. The way that they introduced her character and then add her into the group, it was so organic and so well done. This Outer Banks series has been so well crafted, and the writers are just fantastic. Truly. That's all I really have to say today, though, guys. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much for streaming the Sowdev podcast where you stay true and stay you, by the way. Outer Banks is a guilty pleasure. Why not share it with the rest of you, all right? All right, guys, I'm hopping off here. I appreciate you. Make sure you go ahead and follow me on all streaming platforms at Sowdev on Twitter, Instagram, and literally everywhere else. I appreciate you. Take care of yourselves. Drink some water. Eat some good food. If you don't take care of you, who will? Exactly. All right, y'all. I'm out of here, and I will see you on the next podcast. Peace.